What trickery is this? Mal'Ganis! I don't know how you survived, but
Calm yourself, Prince Arthas. I am Tichondros. Like Mal'Ganis, I am a Dreadlord. But I am not your enemy. In truth, I've come to congratulate you.
Congratulate me?
By killing your own father and delivering this land to the Scourge, you have passed your first test. The Lich King is pleased with your enthusiasm.
Yes. I've damned everyone and everything I've ever loved in his name. And I still feel no remorse, no shame, no pity.
The rune blade you carry was forged by the Lich King and empowered to steal souls. Yours was the first one it claimed.
Then I'll make do without one. What is the Lich King's will?
The cult of the damned must be rallied once again. Many of the acolytes have been in hiding amongst the populace. Once you've rallied them, I will give you further instructions.
Must be.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Finally.
Greetings, great lord. Our master, Kel'Thuzad, told us that you would come.
Kel'Thuzad? How could he have known it?
Be wary. If the townsfolk see your undead minions, they'll call the local guards to stop you.
At last. Finally. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Finally. Ah, at last.
Must be.
Speak, fool. Finally.
Must be.
No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers.
My life,
This is more like it.
Prince Arthas, arm yourselves!
This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last.
The dead have risen again.
You will
Guards!
end this for me.
The dead have risen again. Guards!
What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne.
Seek out the local graveyards. Those buried there will serve you well. I shall be your eyes. All shall be revealed.
Speak, fool.
My sight is yours. I go unseen.
What is it now? This is more like it.
Frostmourne
I bow
hungers.
to your will.
At last.
Speak, fool. I shall be your eyes. I'll look into it.
Tread lightly. Finally.
Must be.
No one orders meat around. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally.
The damned
This
stand
is more
ready.
like it.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Speak, fool.
At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
How could you murder your own father?
Finally. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. What is it now? At last.
My sight is yours.
Tread lightly. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally.
The undead! Sound the
For
alarm!
Lich King. Frostmourne hungers.
The undead! Sound the alarm!
Your pain shall be legendary.
This is more like it.
I bow.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. For the Lich King.
I'll make sure you suffer.
This is more like it.
You bastard.
At last.
The undead! Sound the alarm!
My life would
The
have
dead
last.
have risen again!
Frostmourne
Guard!
hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
I bow to
At
your
last. Frostmourne hungers.
I'm in luck. These graves were dug recently. Arise in the name of the Lich King.
Speak, fool.
At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. This is more like it.
The undead! Sound the alarm!
Finally. This is
My
more
life
like
would have
it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Tread lightly. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
At last, to your will.
Finally.
Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it.
The damned stand ready. Finally.
Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers.
Finally.
No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. At last.
Finally.
This is more like it. At last. You will know endless torment. For the Lich King, I bow to your will. What is it? Frostborn hungers. This is more like it.
I live only to serve, great lord.
Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Mercy, my lord.
Damned stand ready.
Finally.
Frostborn
You
hungers.
should burn in hell.
Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. I bow to
Finally.
your will. Frostborn hungers.
The undead!
At last.
Sound the alarm!
Frostborn hungers. No one orders me
I
around.
live only to serve,
At last.
great lord.
This is more like it.
Finally.
Frostborn hungers.
Mercy, the dead have risen again. Guards!
At last.
Mercy, my lord.
Kill them all! Frostborn hungers.
The dead have risen again. Guards!
What is it now? This is more like it. Frostborn
The damned
hungers.
stand ready.
Speak, fool. At last.
Help! The undead have returned.
Now,
You've betrayed us all.
at last.
The dead have risen again. Guards!
Finally.
Frostborn hungers.
Faithless coward.
Finally.
This is more like it.
My
bow
life
to
for
your
this
Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last.
Finally.
At last.
Well done, Death Knight. The cult is nearly assembled.
Lordaeron lies in ashes. What good are these cultists to us now?
They will aid you in your next undertaking.
And what's that?
You will go to Underhall and recover the remains of the Acolyte's former master, the necromancer, Kel'Thuzad.